I don't remember there being many.
Well, as a patient, Steve? As a patient?
No, my father was the...
Me first.
Make it around the nose.
Are you going to get a lot of distance, like you walk 15 minutes? Yep, I can see lots of white stuff in two mountains around me.
Well, what he's saying is it's going to give an idea of where you've covered exactly. And so check towards he can. So yes, he covers this area, but... I'll cover here. The grid says this is my grid reference. He gets the map out and goes 1, 2. Cover there. Put the line through it. The whole attitude is if we've got technology, we will do a better study. It's not going to keep people on the ground.
I would rather have money spent on e-perks than just GPS. GPS is good for a while. I'd rather post it more frequently.
Yeah, because
I'd agree with you there.
GPS is used without a map.
Basically, you need to be able to have people on the ground surfing effectively. I'll put half of the white black box through here, but yeah, effectively.
And
that's not an understanding. It's not nice to just start saying all this stuff. People on the ground as well.
3 and 2. Just have to be running. Someone like that.
I was blinded by the orange overalls. With the brand new ones.
Which one is more obvious?
This one with the writing on it.
Hey, that's the easy question. You thought I had a trick question there. Yes, it is. And that's probably why they've got big stuff. Okay, down in front of us, we have actually 3 helmets. The first one, I think you can see is pretty obvious. Everybody see the first helmet? Yeah. The bright orange one? Okay, what's the first thing that jumped out of the page at you?
Colour.
The colour, right? And the shape. It's totally out of place.
It's shiny too.
And it's shiny, right? Now the second helmet, can you identify the second helmet?
The clump of trees.
Right?
Further on.
What drew your eye to it?
The shape and the shine.
The shape and the shine, that's right. Okay, where's the third helmet?
It's around behind the shed.
Yeah,
No, I can't see it.
No, let's see if people can see it. Jamie knows where it is because he probably saw me putting it there.
The army one.
Yeah? Can you
No,
see
I
it?
can't see it.
Oh, barely.
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
A couple of pot shots and stuff.
Okay, it's not very heavily camouflaged. Just use what we're talking about.
Bottom of the tree there.
Further down towards the end of the...
Okay, what you can do is you can now direct me onto the third helmet.
Keep walking.
Go to the third helmet. You put it there.
Go past the orange one.
Go past the orange one.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, 30. Go right. Now, under the tree. Further to the right. Which one does he want to get?
Stop. Turn. Go. Just keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
we're watching. Come back. Keep coming. Fair left. Trip on it when you pick it up. Now a little bit to your right. Is it in front of me there?
I can't see it.
Looks like it's there to me, but I can't tell. Should be down to your left. No?
Around behind the tree.
Come forward. Keep coming.
No.
Is that it?
Keep coming. To your left. Turn to your left. Go forward. One pace.
Oh,
I did see it.
That's from the vehicle. Yeah.
No, what attracted you to it?
Shape.
Shape.
Shape and the vegetation.
Okay. Okay, the shape is obvious. Why the vegetation?
Because that vegetation.
Didn't fit with
It's
the
out of place.
too long. The horses would have eaten it.
It's green now and not dry.
But most people have great difficulty doing that, don't they? And like I said, it's not heavily camouflaged. That is a very bodgy camouflage job. You fail that. So just by changing a little bit, changes the whole ability to see the thing. And that's how easy and hard it can become. Right? I guarantee if we went and laid somebody up there in orange overalls and we laid somebody up there in blue overalls, you would not be able to see the person in blue overalls. Because the colour and the brightness is not there. I've done that exercise. Had white versus blue.
When you say blue, do you mean the navy?
Like what John's wearing.
The shirt.
Yep, the navy blue, not the bright blue, but that navy blue, and that's why we went and did tests on that, and that's how we got our white overalls back, because we were able to prove that white we could see each other through the bush, blue we just all disappeared.
So that's why the police wear blue. In a land search situation, they can't see one another, and we can't see them either.
That's right.
That's what they did to Captain Slack.
Because they issue the general GDs, police officers with blue overalls, because that fits with their blue uniforms. And you've got to be rescue trained to have white overalls because it's a status symbol, even though white overalls are more functional. So
Like New South Wales police are going into blue.
beg pardon?
The rescue blokes are fighting in New South Wales at the moment because they've got those blue black like the bomb guys wear.
Oh, right there, and they're useless in the bush. You just disappear. And white is probably the best colour in the bush. It really jumps out at you. Orange is very good. It jumps out of you as well.
Well, orange is out of place, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's completely out of
Doesn't
place.
belong there.
It is, I don't think there's a colour that occurs naturally in the bush.
Yeah, the trees, some of the eucalypts and butterwangs, they shed their bark for one time a year and they go bright orange. Quite beautiful.
And some sandstone.
Not
country,
neon
the
orange,
the
though,
orange
are they?
overall doesn't stand
Pretty
out.
bright. I wouldn't put it much
So-
A
past
bit like a brand new chair, but you've got the tail
Yours
and
is
teeth.
faded.
Yeah, which are faded and starting to disappear.
Yeah.
It just goes with the whole scruffy appearance, doesn't it?
The RFS overall blends right in really nice.
Yeah. So be aware of that with your teams as well. So if people turn up with with blue and say I'm coming out in this colour, put them on base duty or something. But when you're looking for people, that's where it's important to start to find out what they're wearing as well. How many people nowadays, when they go bushwalking, wear cams?
Too many.
Too many, that's right. I bet you do. You were too quick before, that was why. But
I do.
a lot of people wear cams because they think, oh well, the army's got these sort of clothes that are designed, so therefore they must be the best bush gear you can get, forgetting that it's actually designed for a specific purpose, not for
And the price.
But what does it do for us? You think
Makes it
about
harder.
our gear here. We're now looking, instead of looking for somebody dressed in this, we're now looking for somebody dressed in this.
That's harder.
And it becomes harder. And you've almost got to stand on them to find them in time.
I
Especially-
didn't see it until I was on top of it.
I know, I saw that. You were quite surprised at where it was. Because you thought it was somewhere else. So yeah, so be aware of that. Okay, any questions? And we're still 15 minutes. What we'll do with this is, from here, tonight when it's dark, we'll go on to the sound side of things and the smell side of things, because it's virtually impossible to do it in the day. And you'll be surprised how much you can hear. You'll also be quite interested in how easy it is to misconstrue sounds. Okay. So I won't give you some hints, but certain sounds can sound like other sounds, and it's quite easy to get them all confused.
Other thing, Steve, too, is when you go into an area before you venture out, is whatever time of the year it is, gives you different colour coordinations. And
Exactly. Now's a really bad time for colour coordination, and spring is a really bad time for smells, because there's so many smells out there. so many perfume smells and so on. Just up until this week, driving along Doctor's Flat Road, every so often, you got totally overwhelmed by the smell of honey. And it's been like that for the last 2 months, because we've had something like 2,000 or 3,000 beehives along the road, with bees making honey. So the dominant smell that's been around here was honey. We had there was a set of beehives up there.
Still on.
So that's still up there.
Yeah.
And there's, I think the ones down here have been taken, but there was 2 sets down here. And I'm talking 100 hives in each set.
They moved a whole pile of hives yesterday.
Yeah, no, but they've been taking truckloads out.
Yeah.
I mean, they come in semi-trailers with bobcats nowadays.
Yeah. I saw that, wondered what he was doing, and then not long later I worked it out when he went back. I hadn't seen that type of transport before.
So,
but here, I was going to say, it's very, very accurate too once you become attuned to it.
yes.
You see all these little bits around your ears are all part of the process of direction finding. It can be very, very accurate when you get to really concentrate.
Yes, and always remember scanning, even with your ears and your nose. I know that my right ear is a little bit deafer than my left ear, so I'll turn my head from side to side, simply because I've done too much shooting. And your nose, move over here, you'll lose it. Move over here, you'll catch it again. So you've got to move, you can't just stay static. And we'll play with that tonight. No further questions on the topic? Your next session of instruction is how to make toaster sandwiches, which will occur in about 15 minutes over in the dining room. That's what's on the menu. And then we're back on track at what time? Must be 1:45?
1:35, 1:45.
So Richard, you're a timekeeper this weekend.
At 1:45 it is.
1:45.
1:45, you're on, Matt?
Yeah, we're doing search formations. Before we all disappear for lunch, can I get yours number off? Goes in 1 to 3, so your number 1?
1,
2, 3,
1, 3.
1, 2,
3.
1,
1.
2, 3.
Congratulations, there your search team, so if you can get together some
What
stage
about the
over
four
lunch.
behind you?
Oh, keep going.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2. That's it, right? Okay, that's your search team. So at some stage, get together over lunch and nominate amongst yourself a team leader. Okay?
Yeah, Barry.
It's all right, you can nominate who you want because you'll all get to go at it. Okay, and then you come back together after lunch with a hat, and in those groups, we'll just meet here and I'll give you a quick brief on what we're doing, okay, at the end of lunch.
Cooking your flipper. Let's start a breaking. You can grab a... Really? You assumed that it was...
I did assume that's the picture I keep getting every time you say
Something is the mother of all stuff.
You know, after you and me.
Alright, so I stuffed it up.
What the fuck do you find a point on it?
So what we got, man, too?
That is sugar at a count.
Oh, man, too.
And this sugar baked in that sugar.
There was some foul water around earlier this morning.
It's in my kit.
Oh, that's yours, is it?
So when we run out of
I thought they got rid of catering
go
for.
to the other sugar.
You want some help with that?
Only got 4 loads to go.
I've got no dramas using it, but Cat does.
Hope someone likes to
Because under health regulations, you're supposed to do individual serves and not spoons.
People stick their fingers in it.
That's why they put them all into that seal now. Right. I need to get another
Leaning tower.
Right. So what the procedure is now?
What was that?
Can opener.
Timber.
Is once Greg puts a whole pile of slices on there, You then go through and whack stuff on them. What? Or what you want. Cook for a few minutes on one side, just flip them over and cook them to the other side. Well, there's one flipping device here. I'm just about to go down to the house and get another one.
You know, it's really nice.
If you can extract the
Steve, you want the can opener?
can opener, huh?
You want these open?
Yeah.
Okay. You go.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, now we need to get this thing going quick. Don't get too many on at once, because we can't keep up to it.
Need a thread.
I did bring a thread here this morning, and I don't know where it's gone.
In my bag.
Someone having to explain what a thread was and not a polite document.
There is no polite way to describe
There is no polite way to describe it. It is this one of them.
And what would that be, David?
Flaming ridiculous?
Fucking ridiculously ignorant. Would that be correct?
Okay, pineapple on those, then you can put tops on them, then you can flip them.
Ah, Hawaiian thing.
This little cat's not here, otherwise there'll be trouble for handling all the food in the thing.
I can't see it.
Will be there. And then it's just a matter of cooking those. So those no shit shirt. I'll go and get another pot.
I don't really see one open around. Might as well potatoes around here.
No, anyone want crust? Bread or good home?
Dog, the horses will.
Yeah, I'm going for the horses. I hate the bloody things. They're big and they bite.
They're right. Dad hates horses.
No, the reason I hate
They don't
horses
just
is...
scare anything bigger than you.
Oh, everything. That bloody puppy over there is bigger than me.
You could ride him like a horse, wouldn't you?
If you're out there, I'm doing this search exercise this afternoon. I'm not going to be walking anywhere. I'm going to be riding the dog around the paddock. Big dog.
Listen, wait till that one grows up.
It's going to be bigger?
Yeah, it could be.
That one's about... Oh, now, Alex has brought the horses along.
Yeah, mate. Brought me, mate.
Do you ride these horses or what?
Stay away, Bethany.
Do they eat sausages?
Do they?
No, horses.
Mine apparently have been known to steal meat off the barbecue.
We did have one that used to eat oranges.
Hey, dog.
Oranges?
Yeah, mine eat orange peel. Straight garbage bin.
Sorry.
Oh, you got pro there now. Stop whining.
Hey, mate.
Alex,
You like orange stuff?
make him happy, horse.
Doesn't that preference on horses if we need to do more?
That'd be enough. No, just keep talking to you, right?
I travel with my horses once because I was in a bit of bushwhere, people camping. And a lot of people picked up this food. I was first to start feeding them. I mean, they were stealing everything. They were stealing bags of rice, bread, dog food, meat, everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Put them here. Oh, you put them on.
Started something now.
Just put them on. Oh, because you have brought two over.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, there's a number ready here if you want to come and help yourself.
Figure out what the number is? Number 27 comes to select your mail, please. Number 52.
Burt 2. Burt 3. Burt 4.
We're going to play if this program stuff actually works, eh?
By numbers.
Greg will be up on the cans now, but when Michael first left, he hit his back to all the lady on him. Thinking he'd be coming home at about 6 o'clock from work.
And now his dad's best friend. Dad goes to work and he's all good. Works around the house for a day.
Get out. Come on.
That'll do.
My kids, don't they? Oh, I don't know.
But then the biggest killer of fox terriers is fox terriers. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they try and take on too many cars and bigger dogs. Then they come back home. Get out. Go on.
Oh, okay.
I think the horses like you, Jenny. Better me. You obviously encourage them like that. Yeah. Ah, very good work there. Some good time. At least time.
They have. Just went on talking.
Not what?
Just nosing what happened.
I've got a... I had all those certificates the other day. I couldn't fly away. So most of them are on certificates second hand. Yeah.
We don't lock.
You're eating the frogs.
You're not eating them.
No.
Mm.
Sucking.
Drinking it.
The frog committed suicide?
The team leader. Okay? You must think about what you're talking about, right? And be very positive in your calls, not hesitant. Because, like they say for debriefing, you should only give people 3 points each time. So we're going to have 3s and 3s here. You need to maintain control, you need to maintain discipline, and you need to maintain spacing. Okay? That is one of your roles as team leader, to maintain the control, the discipline, and the spacing. In a paddock like this, even looking for a Freddo frog, somewhere between 5 and 10 metres is more than close enough. Okay? A Freddo frog sticks out like jolly the proverbial, and if you're closer than 5 metres, you must be a very friendly organisation when it's that short.
Team 2.
In the closer stuff, you do need to close in. But this is that you as leader must maintain the discipline to stop people closing in and running all over the place and chipping in on other people's areas. So you close in on the dense, you open up a bit on the open. But if you're closed in, what do you have to do?
Remember that you've got a thing like that in your search line.
You've got a dent in your search line, that's right, so you need to actually do a double loop or whatever and box it and go through it again so you cover the whole area. Right? Which means you need to mark off. And you need to have some mechanism of marking your lines so you know where you are. If you've got power lines, that's easy. If you've got a fence line, that's easy. If you've got a road, it's easy. But if you're going through the bush, you really need to have your roll of toilet paper or your tape marker which you leave so you can spot it again. Okay, another set of threes. As a team leader, you must think ahead, you must look ahead, and you must plan ahead. Right? So you're not standing back there just controlling the line, you're also looking ahead and saying, there's some dense bush coming up. How am I going to tackle the dense bush? I'm going to have to think about closing in. I'm going to have to think about stopping this group here or moving them through and then using 2 or 3 people to cover that area so that we can then move on. So you must think ahead, look ahead and plan ahead. If you don't, you're doomed to failure and walk past a predator frog, aren't you, Dave? Right, you must communicate. And this is everybody. They must communicate forwards and backwards, must communicate from left to right and from right to left. We do not need Marcel Marceau out here. Okay? It should be a fair bit of noise moving along the line. Unless you are looking for something where you have to be covert. And the reality is, we are generally a herd of elephants moving through the bush, beating out the partridge for somebody to capture, right? We don't have to sneak through the bush in this case. Move comments back and forth, and like I was saying to John earlier on, the ACTES are reasonably good at their line searches because they get lots of practice. It's about the only thing they do. And there's conversation flowing the whole time, and the lines do actually stay relatively nice and straight. Nominate your most experienced person as your marker, because that is one of the most vital jobs you've got. And make sure that they know exactly what's on, and if you've got their maps, they should have the map and compass, because all the check navigation is coming off them, because they're the person you're going to turn on. They're the person who knows where to turn. So your most experienced people should be left and right. Equipment. We went for a short stroll down the paddock here and hand up the number of people that have water bottles, 3/5 of stuff all, and the number of people that have first aid kits with them. Didn't we have a lesson about carrying equipment?
That wasn't the instruction for the session.
Wasn't it?
The question was asked when we told this case. We were to the point that,
Yeah,
we
they were
very
told
clear about it.
just add to this one, Steve.
Well, I would recommend you should never step away on even a search this small without a water bottle.
See Buddha.
Because if you're stuck out there for your lesson for 2 hours in the blazing sun, are you able to just run up to the nearest tap and get some water? Not really.
No.
Okay. So and we're trying to train for operations, so we should have actually been starting to think at that level. Okay. So I'm glad you thought about it, but maybe we should have thought a little bit more deeply about it. Okay, they're my points. Matt, they're yours again.
Okay, if you can go back to the areas you work, Reggie, if you can take your team down to the tower, you guys are going to complete.
Oh yeah, we could single file through there. How about the outside?
Absolutely not.
It takes longer, that's all.
What's that?
Go through this stuff.
I know. Normally I just bulldoze through it on a proper operation. Come out the other side scratched.
David, do you want to take your team off now? Head through. Okay, do you reckon we can get through there or not?
How Ivan, how are you going? Might just sort of spread
back again.
Spread back a bit, I think. Wider, about 2-3 metres apart.
Way up there, but if we do. Yeah,
On their mark.
Yeah, well,
Because there's two teams that side of it, so we'd have to go up.
So when we're going back, it'll be nice and clear.
You reckon?
I don't think so.
I reckon we'll be the other side of that roadway.
Well, about where we were, I'd reckon. Yeah.
The first time, because there's two teams just
The side of it. We're getting close.
Yeah, but
Unless we're going to do a pivot that way, we just push that way up.
Yeah. Yeah, push way up there, so
They're picking up our toilet paper.
Yeah. And if they come in and we do that sort of a motion, we're on this side, we now end up on that side.
Yeah, possibly.
Either that or we would just shuffle the team straight up the hill on a straight line and then
That would
get
be
back.
logical.
Be easier than doing a big sweep.
Anything is possible.
You all done, David?
Yeah, we're down through to the south. Alright. To the end of the flying fox. That's the tree stand.
Stop! David, bring your team in, please. Okay, what we'll do is very much on the hop as we're walking. Okay. Now, so you guys got any comments on that from the leader's point of view?
I think he picked up pretty quick.
Yep.
But at the same time, I don't know how you convey things like that in a hurry. You can either rush it too much.
Yep.
It just takes experience, I guess, and sort of say where we've got to go.
From my end, I worked on a lot of it. It was an assumed knowledge that you'd understand the sliding down principle, which was, on my behalf, and I apologise, was assumed that you guys did understand the idea of sliding down when the frontage got compressed, when they actually closed in for the fixed scrub.
Yes, yes.
So that's something I need to have a look at.
I think the problem at the moment is, because we don't know quite what we're looking for, we're still looking at
Freddos, yes.
We're still looking for Freddos.
Freddos at this stage, yeah.
But which means we were a bit rushed in some places to do that.
Yep.
It's,
all right.
Catching it, we were trying to catch up,
Yep.
at the same time be thorough,
Okay.
it makes it hard.
From your point of view, any other comments from this team? Diane? Comments? Anywhere? You guys? No.
I think Roger's voice is a little quiet, and at times I'm having trouble picking up his...
That's why I use the whistle for help.
Okay.
You like
All right, couple of...
At the end of the session, you should be able to demonstrate what to do when you find something. This afternoon we've been out finding Freddo frogs. So what did we do when we found Freddo frog?
Full stop.
Stop.
Yep, and?
Team leader went to have a look at what we found.
And then what did the team leader do?
Picked it up, put it in the pocket.
Recorded time and location.
On location and call the police.
Okay, so there's a lot of different items that you will find out there, including items include bodies. And bottom line is you'll be told what we're looking for, and by hopefully the search controller, which will give you a good idea of what clues we're likely to find, and they're unlikely to be Freddo frogs. So what I want you to do is be upstanding and lean against the rails of this horse yard and do a visual scan of the horse yard to start with, and see if you can find anything within the horse yard that might be a...
I'd say the tape and the marker.
No, they're part of the discussion in a second. There's something sitting in there, which is smoke. Okay, so we've got a bullet. What do I do now?
Don't touch
Down
it.
the bullet.
Mark the site.
How am I going to mark the site?
You can use a stick.
Yes.
Or a piece of cone or a stone or something, but try not to disturb the scene.
Cone would be good.
Did you read that?
Put a cone right over the top of it.
cones better than hats because hats actually have body bits and pieces on them, right? With bullets, why do you think it's good to protect them, or little items like that with a cone?
Fingerprint by the way.
Fingerprints, it's very easy to see. Other people aren't going to tread on them, and so on. And it's a matter of also knowing what's out there. Well, I turned up to a prang once, and we were doing a completely different job, which totally irrelevant to the prang, but being coppers, we heard there was a prang, so we turned up. We're having a sniff around, and we were actually looking for the guy's brains, and I nearly trod on them. Because even though...
Let this be a reminder to you all that this organization will not tolerate failure.
Oops! I did it again, baby.
Yeah!
What led you through the hopelessly tangled underbrush of private security organizations to our door? Stellar word of mouth? Our fine client roster? Those flyers we put up in that public urinal?